Hi Libra, I'm going to be doing a self-love tarot spread. These are general readings, so if this one doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. I plan on doing these weekly, so if you want to come back next week, you might find something that's more your speed. If you would like to receive a free self-love reading from me, my email address is in the box below. I think I'm going to give away like the first 50 of them. And just to recap, these are self-love readings. If another person comes up in your reading, I will read for that, but that's usually not what they're about, so these might not be the best for the crossword. Okay? We get started. I shuffled a little bit before, so I'm just going to shuffle a few times. I do a 6-card spread, and then the 7th card I have is messages from spirit. At the end of the video, I will recap sort of like the overall message that I got, just so, just to go over it again. I am using the Sun and Moon Tarot deck for the spread, and then to clarify, I'll be using the Moon, the Shamanic Healing Oracle deck. If you haven't seen these cards, don't worry about it. They're beautiful, and I will show you as we go. So this first card is going to represent how you feel about yourself right now. The second card is going to represent areas that you need to prioritize for yourself, within yourself. This third card is going to be places where you might not be giving yourself 100%, where you might be just falling short, or you need to focus a little bit more on. This fourth card is going to be ways that you can show your most authentic self. Now, self-love is about self-acceptance. If there's parts of ourselves that we're hiding, we can bring those forward to showcase more of our authentic self. The 5th card is going to be something you need to let go of, very standard. The 6th card is going to be something that you need to acknowledge. And the 7th card, like I said, is going to be messages from spirit. Okay, we can get started. So in this first spot, we have the Ace of Swords. Now, I don't usually read reverses, but I'm going to maybe leave this one the way that it is because it's the Ace of Swords in the reverse. This could indicate to me, Libra, that you feel like maybe you don't have clarity on something. Maybe you feel like you're stuck in your head. Maybe there's a problem that you're rehashing over and over and over again, but there's really no clarity coming to you about it, okay? Something you need to prioritize. This is the Two of Wands. And traditionally, he would have a globe and, he'd just be standing there looking out over his kingdom. Right, because what we really want to focus on is on our dominion. Libra, maybe there's energy or space that's yours right now, but you're not taking it up. That could be a thing. I've heard of that, There's some people in the world who think that they need to shrink down to be diminutive, or to be so cute. But we don't have to do that. We can take up all the space that we want. We can. We're human beings. We deserve to be here. Everyone has special feelings. Okay? And then areas where you might not be giving yourself 100%. I really don't read reverses, but I might actually leave this one too. Okay, so this is the Tower. But this one came out in the reverse, which means that there could be changes that are supposed to change or things that are supposed to come, but you're not letting them. Maybe there's something that you're holding off on making changes to. And maybe it's taking up the space that you deserve in this world. You should just do a little man spread. When you sit down, just take all the space, Libra. Somebody's talking, they're talking over you. Here's a phrase you can use. You say, I wasn't done speaking yet. I wasn't done. Excuse me? I was still talking. Be nicer about it than I am. Sometimes I come across like the Queen of Swords in reverse. That was a tarot joke. So funny. In the 4th position, something that you need to allow out of yourself, something that you could showcase more of, is this Mother Nature energy, the Empress. Getting love outside of yourself. Libra, are you withholding love from people? That doesn't sound very Libra-y. Libras love love. Something you need to let go of? Science. Just get rid of the whole thing, you know? Who even needs it? No, it's the Six of Swords. He looks like he's working very meticulously at something. Looks more like art than science, but the swords are about ideas. And these are 6 swords coming at one target. It could be, that's something you need to let go of, is thinking too much. Really, you're just pitting all these ideas against each other? Are you researching something? Are you taking too long to make a decision? Sometimes I'm like that. I really want a steam cleaner for my carpet. Have you guys watched those Instagram videos where they just clean stuff? Oh my God, I really want that. I really want that. And I've really wanted it for like months and months and months and months, but I don't want a junk one. And if you get a little one, they might not suck up as much as you want them to suck up. So maybe I have to get a bigger one. Maybe I have to look at it. Maybe I've been on Best Buy like 1,000 times. Maybe I've looked at reviews. Maybe I've looked at Walmart. Who knows? Maybe there's something that I'm putting too much time and effort into thinking about, which really doesn't need that much time and effort to think about. And something you need to embrace, acknowledge, is there's a sense of completion here, Libra. In the traditional tarot deck, the Four of Wands symbolizes that structure that 2 people have built that they can live in. This could become a home. But in this deck, the Four of Wands is they have worked to build this balance, but now that they're done, completion. They've helped each other. They've saved each other from that fire. And the overall message from Spirit is going to be the Queen of Swords in reverse, but we'll see if we'll keep her like that. The Queen of the Swords is someone who's fair and balanced. She holds her sword aloft, listening to whatever anybody has brought before her. And when that sword falls, her judgment will be the judgment that's best for everyone involved. Fair and balanced decisions. So let's see. I don't really get a lot right now from this. So you may feel like there aren't ideas that you have about dominion and that you need to make a change to be more nurturing, but you're very in your head about it. And what you need to let go of is that something is over. I don't know what that could be for you, Libra, but we are going to bust out my clarification cards. They're not mine. They're Michelle A. Motuzas, and they're gorgeous. I will show you them. Okay, so this Ace of Swords, this clarity that is not coming. It's teaching you something. Or maybe the clarity isn't coming because you're being taught, and whatever it is, you haven't learned the lesson yet. Because that's what happens with teaching, right? You teach, and then there's a test. So maybe you just haven't gotten to the test part yet. Maybe you're still learning. And the test is coming in divine timing. Nobody likes those freaking cards, divine timing. Because they basically tell us that we have very little control over what's actually happening in our lives, right? Dominion. Dominican. I don't speak French. Dominion. This reunion of souls. Dominion. I think of Dominion and I think of that scene in The Lion King. Everything the light touches is ours. So maybe you're trying to figure out what is yours. Maybe you're separating what's yours with somebody else, trying to figure out what belongs to you because of this reunion of souls, what belongs to you and what belongs to them. Stripping illusions. Maybe you realize you don't have as much as you thought that you had. Maybe you realize that what the light touches wasn't yours and actually belonged to somebody else. Maybe now you have to find your own dominion. Seek out where your light touches. But maybe you're nervous. Maybe you're scared. Maybe you're holding back. Maybe the reason that this clarity isn't coming to you is because you don't want it. But in order to embrace self-love, we have to be honest with who we are and where we are. It doesn't do well to dwell on the past, and it doesn't do well to dwell on the future. We have to acknowledge where we are, and we have to let the changes coming. That message from Spirit is a fair and balanced decision. So you don't have to worry. The universe isn't going to hurt you. I mean, it's usually our unwillingness to let go of what's not for us that hurts us. The universe doesn't hurt us. The universe wants to bring in this transformation for you. This happened underneath we need to focus on. And we said that the Tower came in the reverse. We weren't allowing these changes, but clarifying the Tower is this transformation card. Change is trying to come through, Libra. You just have to let it. It's okay. It's okay to be scared too. Oh, I don't want you to think that I don't understand how scary things can be. Change is very scary. But I always think of it this way. If I've gotten this far doing something that's not meant for me, imagine how much farther I would get doing something that is meant for me, right? Because we can go the wrong direction for a very long time and still make progress. Slow progress, struggling progress. When we look back at it, we think, oh, that's so weird. I've been happy in like a really long time. So we put our energy into something else. And it's almost shocking. It's almost surprisingly shocking how far ahead we can get when we're doing what's meant for us. Yeah. It can be sad, but we can also feel anger, right? But when we work towards something, when we put time and effort and energy into something, a part of us is going into that thing. And when we have to give that up, you bet we could be angry about that. What do you mean I just spent so long doing this? What do you mean I put so much time and effort into it? What do you mean that it's not going to work out? We can also feel like maybe people are taking things from us, especially with the analogy I was using earlier, this idea of a separation. If you spent time and energy on a relationship that's coming to an end, we can often be bitter about that and think, well, you're taking it from me. You're ruining everything. Why are you like this? But the truth is that when something isn't for us, the best thing we can do is just let it go. Because if we're holding on something that's not for us, things that are for us, we won't have space for it. It's fair to feel anger. Just don't let that anger be what's holding you back from making the changes that you need to make. The universe wants you to know it's got your back. Fair and balanced decisions. Don't worry. Nurture yourself. Be more nurturing and loving. Masculine energy. I think it's interesting that this masculine energy is falling right over the feminine energy from the tarot deck. This could be about embracing your duality, right? Feminine traits are about nurturing. It's about caring. It's about making your decisions. Masculine traits are about assertiveness, like going after the things that you want. So maybe after a time or a period when this tower does come down, when you finally let it come down, you're going to have that sense of needing to integrate what it is you want, because now you've felt all these feelings. I'm angry. What is that anger going to push you to do? Be careful, because my immediately thought was like, but we don't. I'm just kidding. Like, you don't really shoot people you're mad at. I hope not. But how you're going to deal with that, those feelings. I'm embracing both of these aspects. 100%. Discernment. Libra, whatever is coming, I think that you know something's coming or has come. I think that you're stuck on it. Probably not because, like, you know, you can't move on from it, but because maybe this is new territory. You're not exactly sure how. And change takes time. Feel your feelings, allow those feelings out, but be careful with how you deal with them. This is a warning right here. Now, I know that it's usually Geminis and Virgos and Pisces who are serial killers, but this card is definitely a warning. Use your discernment, Libra, okay? Don't just be going all crazy, you know, tearing down your own towers. Careful. Okay, so we said something you have to let go of was this idea of science or researching too heavily. Maybe there is something that you want to do, but you're spending so much time thinking about what you want to do that you're not actually doing anything, which I know happens a lot of the time, not just to Libras, but to like everybody. It says the truth. There's clarity and truth coming, but also in America, we use the eagle to symbolize freedom. So truth and freedom are very similar concepts. And they come through when you decide to stop being so in your head or stop doing all this research. Because you're inundating yourself with facts does not mean that you're inundating yourself with information, like useful information. So say this dominion, say the dominion that's coming is that you need, the dominion. Say that what Spirit is trying to tell me here is that there are truths coming about your space, right? What is yours and what isn't actually yours. And this tower that needs to happen because whatever you're with now is not in alignment with what you need, where you need to be. The truth is coming for that. And you could be blocking yourself out if you're just going about finding all this information instead of really listening to how you feel. Yeah, truth and growth. You're going to have to give yourself some time because growing doesn't happen overnight. I mean, growing happens constantly overnight. It's happening right now. It's happening every single day. But you don't get to see the like full picture until it's grown. But I do think that something is coming to an end, a cycle of completion, because we have that cycle of completion card, something you need to acknowledge, but also this ascension. So this, whatever is happening, whatever change is coming for you, Libra, is really actually trying to move you forward. That tower might have to come down for things to change. Sometimes we feel like we have this stuck energy. It could be us, it could be the environment we're in, it could be the people around us. But the tower has to change because that energy has to change. And if it's leading us to this next point, then it's almost like silly to be afraid. So we have the retreat card here. You see him? He built his little nest underneath the ground to keep away the storms and the snow. I was kind of just mentioning this. Sometimes, actually a lot of the time, when we come out of a tower, when that tower finally does come down, we do need time away to integrate the changes, to review over what we've learned, and to make decisions based on moving forward, using our discernment. We have a lot of little birds here. Lots of little birds. Because when something isn't meant for us, if we are holding on to something that isn't for us, or if we are blocking something from coming in that is for us, we are not living authentically to ourselves. We are just going about the motions, right? So after a period of time where maybe we have spent so long doing something one way, and then that tower comes down, we really have to look at the things that we were doing and our belief system surrounding those things that we were doing. Because if something doesn't work out, it's possible that that's not the solution we were looking for. So when the tower comes down, we have to go back and kind of revisit the way that we have been doing things to ensure that the same thing doesn't happen in the future, right? Because this Queen of Wands, whatever is coming, Libra, it will be fair. The balance will happen. The universe is going to protect you. And by protect, I mean the universe will make sure that the outcome of this is the best for you. Not protect you like, oh, you won't feel pain or hurt or be sad or cry. All of our feelings, all of our emotions have a place. If what comes from this tower falling is anger, feel it. If it's sadness, feel it. Let those feelings out. Be careful about how you decide to do that, okay? We're not going to go, what's that song? Maybe next time I'll think before he cheats. Carrie Underwood and just like smash up somebody's car, right? We're not going to do that because it's 2021. We're fully evolved. Well, we're coming into our evolutions, but I don't want you to fear this tower because whatever's coming after it will be for your highest good. The universe is telling you that the Queen of Swords is the one watching over you. Oh my. Oh my, this just flew out and they rarely ever do that. Sexual energy. Can you hear me when I said that? Sexual energy. You might just have to let go of something to bring in this new, powerful stallion energy. Maybe you haven't been in touch with yourself for a while, Libra. Maybe you ain't been touching nothing for a while, Libra. Let this tower come in. Oh, that one pulled over. Where'd it go? Unlimited possibilities. I fully believe in your ability, Libra, to make the changes that you think need to be made. I also believe that it's okay to be scared. It's okay to be worried that things won't work out. It's okay to feel like you don't have a lot of clarity in the situation. Like maybe you know things need to be changed, but you have no idea about how to make that change. And it's okay because that clarity, that understanding is going to come to us in divine timing. See even more little birds. So the overall message that I got from this spread was that there is change coming about dominion. What space is yours or what is for you? But you might be a little bit hesitant to receive that change. And that's okay, because something you need to acknowledge is this balance within you between the feminine and the masculine. How do you want to deal with situations from the inside and on the outside? Practice your discernment because it's going to be very important, but it will lead to completion, ascension, and retreat. Okay, so it will be a big change for you. Those can be scary, but don't worry because the universe is going to fairly judge whatever happens and bring about change for your highest and best self, leading to unlimited possibilities. I really hope, Libra, that this helps. Okay? I really hope that you see this and you think, I'm going through all these changes and they're so scary. But the self-love shaman said that things will be fine. All right, Libra, have a good day.